Hi, welcome to the listening window. Today's story is called I Took the Wrong Train. This story is perfect for English listening and speaking practice. It's told in simple, everyday language to help you learn natural phrases and improve your fluency. You can download the full script along with vocabulary, a quiz, answer key, and a bonus writing prompt by clicking the link in the description. Now, just relax and listen. IT was a rainy Friday afternoon, and I was already running late. My phone buzzed again, my boss reminding me about the client meeting I couldn't miss. I glanced at my watch and picked up my pace, splashing through puddles as I rushed toward the train station. It had been a long week. I was tired, stressed, and all I could think about was getting on that train and making it on time. I reached the station just as the train pulled in. Without checking twice, I darted through the open doors and found a seat by the window. I sighed in relief, letting the warmth of the train soak into my damp coat. People around me seemed calm, busy with their phones or chatting softly. I thought, finally, I'm on my way. But 20 minutes into the ride, something felt off. The announcements didn't sound familiar. I looked out the window, and instead of the usual office buildings, I saw trees. Lots of trees. And hills. That's when I realized I had taken the wrong train. I froze. My stomach dropped. I reached for my phone to check the train app. Sure enough, I was headed in the opposite direction, north instead of south. Panic set in. I would be late. Worse, I might miss the meeting entirely. I jumped up and walked toward the train guard to ask if there was a way to get off soon. He looked at me kindly and said, "Next stop is in about 20 minutes. Just stay calm. You'll be able to catch a return train from there." I nodded, even though my heart was racing. When the train finally stopped, I got off at a small, quiet station I had never heard of, Willow Creek. There wasn't much there. Just a bench, a vending machine, and a tiny waiting room. My phone signal was weak, and I couldn't even call a cab. All I could do was wait. I sat there, frustrated, angry at myself, and wondering how I could have been so careless. A woman in her 60s was sitting nearby. She smiled at me gently. "You look like you've had a rough day," she said. I gave a tired laugh. I took the wrong train. I'm supposed to be in a meeting right now. She chuckled softly. Well, maybe the universe is trying to slow you down for a reason. I didn't know what to say to that, but her calm voice made me feel a little better. We started talking, and I learned her name was Martha. She came to Willow Creek every Friday to visit her late husband's grave. She told me about how they used to travel together by train, how they fell in love, and how even now she felt close to him on these trips. Her story was comforting in a strange way. I found myself opening up too, telling her about my stressful job, how I felt like I was always chasing something but never catching it. "Maybe this was a little gift," she said. "A reminder to breathe." Before long, the return train arrived. Martha waved goodbye, and I got on, feeling unexpectedly lighter. I called my boss and explained everything. To my surprise, she wasn't angry. "It happens," she said. You can join the meeting online when you get back." And just like that, the weight lifted. But here's the twist. A few weeks later, I went back to Willow Creek. I wanted to thank Martha properly. Maybe take her out for tea. I found the little station again and asked the station clerk if he knew her. He looked confused. "Martha? Oh, you must be mistaken. No one by that name comes through here anymore. But there used to be a Martha. She was quite irregular. Passed away about 2 years ago. She used to visit her husband's grave every Friday." I stood there frozen, the air around me suddenly cold. "Are you sure?" I asked. "She was just here a few weeks ago." He shook his head. "I'm sorry, miss. You must have seen someone else." I never forgot that train ride, or the quiet wisdom of the woman who reminded me to breathe. Whether she was real or not, I like to think the universe did send her my way on purpose. Thanks for listening to The Listening Window. If you enjoyed this story and want to practice your English more deeply, click the link in the description to download the full script, vocabulary list, quiz, answer key, and a bonus writing prompt. And tell me in the comments, what do you think really happened? Was Martha real or something else? I'd love to hear your ending to the story.